Hello and welcome back. Hopefully, yes, OBS did not crash this time. Okay. So, after the last episode, after that crash, I went and and then after OBS refused to stop recording, I went and got back in. Okay, I'm fully healed. And I was immediately ambushed by a wyvern and two dragonets.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
So yeah, I came back after the crash. I came back, got ambushed, fast traveled to here, and was about to start recording. And then when I pressed the start record button, OBS crashed immediately.
My knowledge is yours. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
I guess Atlas isn't here. Okay.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Well, I went... yeah, after that last episode. I'm just going to do this for a little bit and then probably call it a day.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a Stolas from Lubor saying Drake's Fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Not bad for a boy from the Imperial Barracks, eh?
Wait, what? I don't know where that's coming from, but I'll be right back. Quickly, I had to tap Pandora's toes so she know to put her foot back in the window.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
Is it sad that I had more fun fighting Atlas than I did Titan?
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the Orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloeder standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
It doesn't explain how they have the
In
orcs
summary,
employed.
I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
New items available. No recipes.
Ah, my favorite pupil.
Kupka and the Fang were the bedrock upon which the Republic stood. Now that both have crumbled, Dhalmekia's descent into chaos is all but assured.
So what of its parliament?
You ask. Will the ministers not take it upon themselves to pick up the pieces of their crumbling nation? I doubt it. They have little love for their people, only their own preservation.
Which leaves but one man.
Standing between Dhalmekia and disaster. Former Field Marshal Eugene Havel. If any is to pick up the baton of command, it shall surely be he. But as the bitter tides of ire and avarice rise around him, how long will he be able to keep his head above water, I wonder?
Allow me to educate you.
Well, we only got 2 more crystals left.
thus ends today's lesson.
Well, let's talk to Blackthorn first. So we can get to those recipes. So is there anything else?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words.
5 years.
This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Clive, turn back around. We're not done.
What do you need? Good bloody riddance.
If there was even a man who deserved a rusty knife in the gut, it was that prick. Not that I'd let you carry around a rusty knife. His death won't bring back the people we lost, but it'll ease a few hearts.
Mine included.
Thank you.
What do you want?
Okay, so we have Enhancer. Silken Sash. And now we can finally make the Drake Slayer bracelets.
Should last you a good while. Anything else?
We finally got some new equipment. Took a while.
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon. Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then.
No, not really.
Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Keep looking behind you. You never know who might pop up.
And what can I do for you? It's a relief.
Feels like we can breathe again. No more living in fear.
Thank you, Clive.
I know I don't say it often, but I mean it. Oh, and the best of luck, too. For many here, every other worldly woe paled in comparison to the threat of Hugo Kupka. Now he's gone, we'll finally have time to devote to everyday gripes and grumbles. And as the captain of this little ship, I'm sure you'll be on the receiving end of more than a few.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Channeler's Whisper automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Okay. I'll buy it. I got the money.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Won't have it quick. Oh, and now you have all of these.
Finished, are you?
Not bad for a boy from the Imperial Barracks, eh?
Welcome back, Sid. How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stonehair, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though. Well, someone's in a good mood. Drink up, you lot. The next round's on Sid. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
I didn't even know I could do that.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you.
Thank you,
It means a lot.
Hippocaptus.
Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have said it many times.
Hugo Kupka was a murderer, but he was also a thief. A thief who robbed us of our happiness, of our hope. And though I knew it is wrong to revel in the death of another, we can take solace in the fact that he will never steal anything from us ever again.
His story is ended.
Thank you, Clive.
Were you aware
That in many cities, bears are forbidden from having children. Just believe that an ether used to bring a child into the world hastens the crystal's curse, lessening the mother's productivity. Such is the world we live in. Fortunately, Set and Crow's parents were able to escape that world, if only for a few brief summers.
But what of the twins themselves?
Born in the hideaway, one touched by magic, the other spurned its burden. Their minds are blissfully untainted by the poisonous rhetoric of priests and politicians. They will grow up knowing there is no difference between man and bearer, and they will pass that truth on to their own children and their to theirs, until the world we live is now is but a footnote in the annals of history.
Yes, change will come.
And though a magic which requires no crystal to conjure, one that will endure long after the last mother crystal has fallen.
May the winds of fortune carry you far.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm honestly surprised that we didn't have us go tell Mid.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
A new quest available in the Alliance report. Yeah. Right now I have my keyboard covered with my handkerchief because the lights are reflecting off the screen. My brother got me when we built this, after we moved in, after my old keyboard finally croaked. He got me a set of light up ones, which is a bit of a problem when they reflect off the screen.
How are you doing? It was luck, and luck alone.
That saw me safely out of the hideaway that night. So many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams sometimes, always telling them I'm sorry that I wasn't able to save them.
Now,
I could tell them something different, that Kupka's dead, that you avenged them. And I know what they'll say back to me, so let me say it for them.
Thank you,
Clive.
Clive. Quick look.
Okay, so a great justice. And use your loaf. Well, my loaf's in the window. So I need to go to the Holy Empire. Lost Will.
Always something in there.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, sir.
Kupka.
I thought that bastard's death would change things.
When I close my eyes,
I can still hear Jara's voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal. And he lives on in me. He changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since.
only I don't know how.
I don't know the right words
I wish you were here.
to teach them to me.
I'll be here waiting.
Okay. Oh, that's neat. They do show it on the map. Good. To Lost Wing.
Good day.
16 is just having a problem today.
Sid.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Okay.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Yeah, after I get done recording, I gotta figure out why all of a sudden my keyboard started reflecting off my screen. Because before I started recording today, I wasn't doing that.
Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Well, that fixes the problem. I just lifted my screen a little bit up. It's like, huh. Can't reach the screen if it's too high up.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
At least it did for a little bit. Might have to look up how to decrease the brightness on my keyboard, or just figure out how to just turn it off altogether. I know I have an extra key on my keyboard, so I'll probably use that. Let's use that.
You there.
Fuck! They've seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black Shields. Here.
What the hell are you doing here? What's it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
I guess it's a good thing we did this quest.
Get him.
Too bad Cure only works on the living. Well, the living and the undead. They just don't work with your normal dead.
Over here.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lostwing?
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some Black Shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first.
Are we going to get
My
quest line?
friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Did we just cause a civil war?
I'm not going to change his mind.
I guess there's no way to help him. Okay.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
Okay. Appears that I can't help you at all. So I guess I'm going back here. that's not what I want open. That's what I want open. Since I gotta wait and hope that the game don't crash. There we go.
My carpets have
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the Twins and beyond.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Eh. I move my keyboard underneath my monitor. There was so much stuff underneath it. Gonna have to use my vacuum cleaner on it. You know, so much hair, and crumbs, but mostly hair. Strange to see one walking about before you even get to fight him.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
What advice will you offer? Express yourself, remember the good times, focus on your work.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You have opened my eyes.
Wait.
Well, that was easy.
Suppose he won't be needing an escort then.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
I just chose the one option that probably was going to do the best.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you have to use the good salt? Leave some for the rest of us.
Sorry, Master. I'll go and get some more later.
Oh, back to the hideaway.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Oh,
We're
I
seeing troops
think
amassing
I'm going to cut the episode here a bit short, considering how long it was at the boss battle earlier. That I felt like I did it for 2 hours. So I'm going to call it here, and in the next episode, we'll start with talking with Mid. So I'll see you all in the next.